Coaches must like what they're seeing from number 24. Playing in his 7th straight game tonight.
And no Barry nor Miramanov either.
Puck hits by Bean at the left point. He'll chase it back to his blue line and slide it across to Weegar. Gives it to Sharon Govich, and he'll flip it into the far corner. I wonder how much of an impact having a 2-0 lead against the team that leads the league in shorthanded goals has on the Flames going to 3 forwards and 2 defensemen for one of their power plays.
It was just on that last face-off, and I think that's exactly what it was, Derek, was not wanting to get caught.
Puck loose in the neutral zone. Tkachuk spins and gives it away to Bean. Crosses the red line and rips it off the glass and into the Panther zone. It's picked up by Dewar. Protects the puck from Verhaeghe. Dewar in the near corner to Lomberg, whose pass misses Rooney, and the puck ends up sliding out to center. Ball's going to lift it up in the air and right back at the Panthers.
Home of the Canucks, Sportsnet 650. And the Sportsnet Radio Network will play 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 39 seconds to start the third period, with coincidental penalties to Brad Marchand and JT Miller still being served. And the Canucks continue to search for some life in this game, but they haven't been able to find it as of yet.
No, and they really haven't. And the hard part now is you realize, yes, you're down 4-0, but it's almost you start playing the little mind games with yourself. Like, guys, let's just go get one. Let's worry about just making sure we finish strong, that we can go into the next game feeling good. But while you're saying that, you know, if we can get one early, well, then maybe we can get that second. Now the Bruins start to tense up a little bit, and you can start taking advantage of that way. You just need to slowly chip away with the thought of just trying to get back into it here.
This is a resilient team. Canucks with 9 comeback wins this year. 6th most in the NHL. But the majority of those comeback wins have been from just 1 goal behind, not 4, to say the least.
Yeah, that's a bit of a change.
McAvoy, right wing for Pastrnak, into the Vancouver zone, trying behind the net. Got a wraparound, he scores! David Pastrnak beats Thatcher Demko by outweighting him around the net, and makes it 5-0 Boston just 26 seconds into the third period.
And we were just talking last period about David Pastrnak getting off to, for him, a slow start scoring-wise. He's been getting his assists, but not many goals have gone in for him. McAvoy does a good job of carrying the puck up. As soon as he gets to just about the blue line, he chips it out to his right to Pastrnak with a full head of steam. He makes that fake little pass shot in, which freezes Demko, and he's able to open up his hips, get around as a righty to where it's a bit easier to hook it back into the net. 5-0, 26 seconds into the third period.
Pasternak's 11th of the year extends the Boston lead and makes that hill we were just talking about, the Canucks needing to climb that much steeper. Suter deep in his own zone. Loses it to Elias Lindholm, who in turn lost it to Connor Garland. Canucks get the puck back. And Garland leaves in his own end near corner for Carson Soucy. Soucy, the center for Eric Brandstrom. Trying to pass right wing. Pius Suter missed it. He's got a double back and control at his own line. Suter to center, right wing for Garland. Into the Boston zone, chased to the boards by Zacha. Drops it back to Hughes. Cutting into the high slot, now to the left circle, driving to the end boards. Leaves near corner for Garland. Cutting to the front of the net, trying to release a shot. It was blocked by Carlo to the far corner. Hughes battling for it with Osterley, can't get it, and Charlie Coyle's out to center for the Bruins. Pursued by Hughes on the back check, he gains the red line and passes ahead for Pavel Zacha. Zacha played it back into his own zone for Brandon Carlo. Now for David Pastrnak, right wing into the Vancouver end, making a move high slot. He's poke checked by Bluger. The puck rolls to the end boards, and Hughes plays far corner for Soucy. Now for Bluger through the middle to center. Marchand and Miller are out of the boxes, so we're back to 5-on-5. And the Canucks go offside at the Boston line. 1:44 into the third period. The Bruins lead the Canucks 5-0.
And it's game's back to 5-on-5 here as it'll be Bluger's line coming out. Nope, that's actually, I messed that up. Miller and Besser are out there, and Sassen's coming over to play left wing. He's had a pretty good game tonight, and definitely last game where he had a couple assists. Really starting to find his rhythm here at the NHL level.
Garland was just out there at 4-on-4, so we'll see if this Sassen audition is more than a shift or not. As Myers trying to shot for the point, it's blocked. Kepke's got a breakaway the other way in on Demko, who robbed him with a glove. Great save. Cole Koepke was in clean from center on Thatcher Demko, but the Canuck netminder denied him to keep this a 5-0 game. Now here's Lohrei to the Vancouver line. Left wing pass rolled away from Beecher. Lohrei's got it on the left wing half boards. Spins away from Besser. Nice pass right circle for McAvoy. Shoots right on. But Demko had the glove up and grabbed it out of midair for the whistle. 2:21 into the third. The Bruins lead the Canucks 5-0.
I don't know about you, Batch, but I don't know too many times that you're able to say that you're down 5-0 and your goalie has made some unbelievable saves. He had just stopped the breakaway chance, but before that, through the first 2 periods, he's had to make some very good stretch-out saves, saves off deflections as well.
Speaks to the quality of chances the Canucks have conceded in this game, that they're down 5-0, and we could still talk about lots of great saves for Thatcher Demko as well. Jake DeBrusk, left wing to center for Vancouver, rolls it into the Boston zone. Sherwood's after Zadorov on the forecheck. Hits him into the end boards and gets it free into the slot. Pass was behind Pettersson, and Brad Marchand collects for the Bruins. Marchand left wing to center, leaned on by Sherwood. He dumped it in. Demko out of the net. Passes near corner for Soucy. Middle of the ice for Mark Friedman. Right wing to center for Sherwood. Stood up by Zadorov. He tipped it in deep. And Brandon Carlo starts from behind his own goal. Carlo right wing to center, rolls it into the Canuck end. Blueger meets it far corner. Passes behind the goal for Juleson. He was hit by Frederick. Puck rolls free to the left corner. Charlie Coyle kicks it free to Trent Frederick on the boards. Tied up by Noah Juleson. Got it free for Connor Garland. And Garland passes to center for Teddy Blueger. Right wing for Danton Heinen into the Boston end. Poke check by Jordan Osterley, who clears it deep in his own end for Brandon Carlo. Carlo chased down by Heinen, floated it up the boards, gave it away to Garland. Trying to protect it on the wall. Puck was knocked off his stick by Frederick out to center. And Hughes gets it from Juleson at his own line. Hughes up the left wing for Blueger. Into the Boston zone. Drops it back to Hughes. Starting down the left wing, tried a shot, blocked by Frederick, came back to Hughes. He'll protect it from Coyle. Cutting to the top of the point, got a wrister towards the net, tipped wide of the goal off the stick of Andrew Peeke. Niels Höglander below the goal line. Passes middle of the ice for Myers, top of the point, long shot, missed the net. And bounces off the end boards all the way back to center. Myers will take it on his own side of the red line. Tyler Myers back with it in his own zone now as both teams complete changes. Myers passes right wing for Joshua. Into the Boston end, stood up by Lohrei, tries to center. Höglander was tied up by Zacha. And it's David Pastrnak back to center, try to rink wide pass out of the reach of Morgan Geekie, and it's icing against the Bruins. 4:26 into the third. Boston leads Vancouver 5-0.
And it's another start of a period where the puck is just not working with the Canucks right now. Garland, who's one of the best players on the Canucks on controlling the puck tight into the boards with pressure. Even he right now tries to make that little spin away, and as soon as he touches it, the puck explodes off. The thing just won't sit down for them, and that's generally what happens when the game's just not going for you and you haven't had anything to go right so far.
Bruins win the draw in their own zone. Peeke gets it up the near side for Pastrnak. Nice backhand rink-wide pass for Lohrei, who skates to center. Dumps it right corner in the Vancouver zone. Soucy back to it, lifts it off the glass for Besser. Besser at his own line. Passes rink-wide right wing for Mark Friedman, charging into the Boston zone. He'll dump it to the end boards. McAvoy back to it, pursued by Garland. Got it free for Lohrei on the boards, then back down below the goal line for Pavel Zacha. He'll pass near corner for Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy flips it to center. Geekie bats it down and dumps it in. It rims around the boards to Danton Heinen off the bench, and he'll play it deep to Eric Brandstrom. Out to the near side for Noah Juleson. In his own end, feeds to center for Heinen. In stride to the Boston line, left wing. Max Sasson near circle. Double clutch, couldn't get a clean shot away. And John Beecher on the back check finds the loose puck. They'll play it ahead to Zadorov. Up to center, driving the Vancouver line. Nikita Zadorov. Down the near boards for Koepke. Try to centering pass. Tips to McLaughlin, right circle. Back to Koepke in the corner. Protecting the puck from Eric Brandstrom. They'll feed the line for Brandon Carlo. Carlo rims it behind the net. Beecher bumps it to McLaughlin near circle. He'll drive behind the goal to Beecher in the left corner. Hit by Juleson. McLaughlin gets it back for Beecher again. They'll steer it around to Carlo on the near side. Back to Beecher in the corner. Battling with Brandstrom and Heinen. Beecher played it to the line for Carlo. Now to the left point, Osterley. Long shot blocked off the stick of Blueger. Gloved down by Juleson. But away from the play, we've got a penalty as there was a pick run on Mark McLaughlin. Interference is the call. Teddy Bluger appears to be the guilty party.
2 minutes, interference.
And the Canucks will go to the penalty kill when we return. 6:02 into the third. It's Boston 5 and Vancouver nothing on Alpine Credits Canucks Hockey on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Learn how to bet on sports with Play Now. New players get up to $250 in bonus bets at playnow.com/radio. Conditions apply. Must be 19 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
This holiday season, Oak Ridge Park brings Christmas magic to Vancouver. Look out for Santa as he zips across town in his dashing modernized sleigh now through December 20th. And he'd love to take a photo with you. Also, don't miss our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway for your chance to win fabulous gifts, including a luxury Louis Vuitton bag. Entering is easy. Just visit holiday.oakridgepark.com and follow us on Instagram at Oak Ridge Park. This truly is the most wonderful time of the year.
The Holiday Big Check event is on now at Sport Check. From December 12th to 24th, shop savings up to 60% off. Find amazing deals on top brands such as Nike, Under Armour, Oakley, Columbia, and more. Say it with sport this holiday season.
TSC.ca makes your holidays sound like,
whoa, this is awesome.
L'Occitane.
No way, get out.
You gotta be kidding me. PS5? Mom, Dad, you're the best.
You earned it, buddy.
You guys, these earrings are beautiful.
What, the Ninja Foodie air fryer oven?
That's awesome, Dad.
Have all the pizza you want, honey.
You know I will.
With gifts for every budget, stocking stuffers, and more, TSC.ca has everything you need to make holiday magic. Shop exciting offers every day at TSC.ca.
Hey, this is Carson Soucy.
They score, and just like that, it's 3-2 Vancouver.
And you're on home of the Canucks, Sportsnet Radio Network.
You're listening to Alpine Credits Canucks Hockey on Sportsnet 650 and the Sportsnet Radio Network. Own your home. Alpine Credits can get your loan approved. Alpine Credits homeowners get approved. Visit alpinecredits.ca. Bruins win a face-off in the Vancouver zone. There on the power play with Teddy Bluger in the box for interference. But Pius Suter fights it free to center for JT Miller. Miller passes back to Carson Soucy, and he'll dump it all the way down the ice. Miller forechecking below the Boston goal line. Pressuring Charlie McAvoy, who protects the puck and passes out of the zone. Zacha feeds right wing to Lindholm into the Vancouver zone. Now for Marchand, near circle, trying to drop it to Zacha in front. He got tied up with JT Miller, and his stick came up and caught Miller in the face. As Suter bounces a puck in on Swayman, this is going to be a Boston penalty as they check Miller to see if it'll be 2 minutes or 4. And it'll take the Bruins off the power play. 6:38 into the third with Boston leading 5-0.
As Zacha's trying to reach back to get that puck, he gets outstretched a little bit, catches a heel, and as he's falling, his stick comes up and smokes him in the head. So a high stick as he's coming in here. And so it'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 24 before the Canucks go onto the power play for a short stretch.
The Bruins didn't like that call. I think they felt that Zacha had kind of been tripped up, and that's what caused his stick to come up. But he did collide with Myers, but I think he was falling after the stick had come up and caught Miller in the head. So open ice here, 4-on-4 for a minute and 24 seconds. And then the Canucks will get a 36-second power play of their own, assuming we don't have any more penalties between now and then. Pettersson, DeBrusk, Hughes, and Juleson on for the offensive zone faceoff, but Kastelik wins the draw back to McAvoy. Plays behind his own goal for Zadorov. Again to McAvoy near side. Flips it left wing to center for Zadorov. Into the Vancouver zone. Long shot. Ripped it high and wide of the net of Demko, and it deflects back to center where Charlie McAvoy meets it and takes it into his own end. McAvoy for Zadorov. Right wing to Marchand to the Vancouver line. Dancing around Pettersson on the boards. Marchand pushed to the corner by Pettersson. Juleson's after it down low as well. Gets it free for Quinn Hughes, far corner. And Hughes lugs it up the ice and out to center himself. Here's Hughes to the Boston line. Near boards for Pettersson. Delays. Top of the circle, through it to the goal. Tipped wide by DeBrusk on the backhand. And Hughes has it on the right wing. Back to the top of the zone. Left point for Eric Brandstrom. Spins off a check of Charlie Coyle. Made a move into the slot. Lost the puck. And Marchand out to center. Elects to play it back into his own end for McAvoy so both teams can complete changes. Now Pasternak with a burst of speed to the red line. Into the Vancouver zone. 1-on-4 through the middle. Rolls it to the right corner. Pursues the puck down low. Beats Friedman to it. Gets it back to the line for Brandon Carlo. Carlo dumps it behind the net. Elias Lindholm with it on the end boards. Centering pass for Pasternak. Top of the crease. Trying to jam it home. Couldn't get all of it with Friedman draped all over it. And the Canucks get the puck back just as Bluger is about to be released from the box, and Vancouver's on the Power West Industries power play. 50 years in the power generation business. Visit powerwest.ca, their second man advantage of the night. And they'll break out from behind their own goal. Miller, right wing to center for Connor Garland. Makes a move through the middle into the Boston zone. Drops left wing for JT Miller. Miller goes rink wide, right circle for Pettersson. Wade shoots, Swayman made the save. And Beecher collects the rebound and clears it all the way back down the ice.
I like how Pettersson decided, though, you know, he's a pass first type player, but there he decided, I'm going to put this on net with some good pace, give it a chance.
Power play has expired, but here's Pettersson right wing into the Boston zone, knocked down by Osterley in the corner. They continue to fight for the puck. It comes loose to JT Miller. Miller in the left corner. Feeds the line for Hughes. Long shot tipped by Garland. Stopped by Swayman. Pettersson was driving the net looking for the rebound. But the Bruins goaltender gets the whistle. 8:55 into the third. It's Boston 5 and Vancouver nothing.
And that's a better look for what the Canucks are generally pretty good at, is especially with Quinn Hughes when it's in his hands at the top of the point. He starts to walk. He sees some people going to the net. He gets a good shot in. Pettersson with the tip. Gets to Swayman. There is a quick little rebound with JT Miller flashing through the crease, but couldn't get a handle on it as before Swayman got his glove to cover up.
Suter wins the draw in the Boston zone, but it was high in the air and got past Soucy at the left point. He takes it back into his own zone, passes right wing for Dakota Joshua, who dumps it back in. McAvoy on the end boards, cleared it around the dasher far side. And here's McLaughlin left wing to center. Into the Vancouver zone, passes rink wide right side for Trent Frederick with a long one-timer, and Demko into the splits, held it out off his left pad. Niels Höglander to center, gains the red line and dumps it in. Joshua's after McAvoy on the forecheck. Puck comes around to the near side. Morgan Geekie sweeps it all the way down. That'll be icing against the Bruins. 9:32 into the third. Boston leads Vancouver 5-0.
Bluger line coming back out with Sasson and Heinen. As Boston just iced the puck, they're starting to get a little bit more zone time, starting to find a little ways to get the puck to the net. Obviously, they're down 5 here, but they're still looking for that first little goal, first little jump. It doesn't even fully matter about this game alone right now. It's about trying to get some momentum back. Feel good about any part of your team game as you move forward through this period and into the rest of the week.
Canucks will conclude the homestand on Monday against the Colorado Avalanche. That will be a 7:30 late puck drop inside Rogers Arena. We'll have the pregame show beginning at 6:30 on Sportsnet 650 and along the network. And of course, Canucks Central starts at 4 o'clock on Sportsnet 650. And on the Sportsnet app, the Radio Player Canada app, online at sportsnet.ca/650. Teddy Bluger breaks up a pass in his own zone. He'll flip it out to center. It deflects back into the Boston end. Brandon Carlo takes it behind his own goal. Plays it around the far boards to Marchand. Trying to centering pass. Lindholm gave it away to Miller. Into the slot for Sasson. He scores! Max Sasson has his first NHL goal in his 10th career game. And it breaks the shutout bid of Jeremy Swayman to make it 5-1.
There's a turnover at the blue line. Miller jumps on it, coming straight down the slot. Anyone would have guessed he was going to shoot that puck as there's a clear lane from the hash marks, but he ends up throwing it about to the face-off dot to the left of Swayman. And Sasson takes a quick little one-timer that ends up going 5-hole. After his 2 assists last game, he's had multiple good looks. He just hasn't been able to put that first one in. Max Sasson, you officially have a goal in the NHL. There's no better feeling than that first one.
And the Canucks are on the board, albeit with still plenty of work to do, trailing by 4 with under 10 minutes left in the third period. And they've got it back in the Boston zone. Hughes left point to the right side for Juleson. Back to Hughes. Darting down the left wing. Fed side of the goal for Garland. Takes a sharp angle shot held out by Swayman. And Hughes off the left wing tried to throw it to the net. That was blocked. Hughes gets it again on the end boards. Dumps it behind the net for Besser. Around to the left wing half boards, but Miller missed it and it rolls past him back into the Canuck end. Nice little reaction from the fans in the building when it was announced that that was Sassen's first NHL goal. Hughes left wing to center for Sherwood, tips it in deep. Swayman's out to the goal to handle. Near corner for McAvoy, got it around the boards. And back into the Vancouver end, and Mark Friedman will retreat to the puck. Friedman banks it behind his own net for Soucy, far corner. Carson Soucy stretches it left wing to center for Pettersson. Into the Boston zone. Hit into the boards by McAvoy, who separated him from the puck. Got it behind the net for Nikita Zadorov. Zadorov flips it to center. It rolled to Pasternak inside the Vancouver line, offside against the Bruins. 8:34 left in the third period. It's Boston 5 and Vancouver 1. And you're listening to Alpine Credits Canucks Hockey on Sportsnet 650 and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
A flexible circle of diamonds.
A flexible circle of diamonds that glitters and twinkles
and sparkles and shines, just like she does.
Give the woman you love a flexible circle of diamonds this Christmas.
Or give yourself one.
You've worked hard. You deserve it.
Some people call these flexible circles of diamonds tennis bracelets.
Michael, I'm pretty sure everyone calls them tennis bracelets.
But this magnificent bracelet isn't about tennis.
This magnificent bracelet is about the magnificent woman who wears it.
Even the bracelets with small diamonds are dazzling.
A 1-carat total weight tennis bracelet featuring Starborn created diamonds is just $1,499.
Bracelets with even bigger diamonds are stunning.
And bracelets with diamonds bigger than those will make you look like a movie star.
You can wear a tennis bracelet with everything.
Or with nothing at all.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm sorry. When you said everything, the first word that popped into my mind was nothing.
Spence. Wow! Open late in Vancouver and Langley.
Don't miss the London Drugs Weekly Flyer. During the Canada Post disruption, you can still find London Drugs Weekly Flyer in store or online at londondrugs.com/flyer. That's londondrugs.com/flyer.
At White Spot, give and you shall receive. Purchase $50 in White Spot gift cards and get a $10 bonus certificate so you can visit us again in the new year. It's our $10 holiday gift to you. White Spot. We'll see you soon.
Hey, this is Connor Garlow, and you're on the home of the Canucks. Sportsnet 650.
8:34 remaining in the third period tonight in Vancouver. The Bruins lead the Canucks 5-1. Brendan Batchelor alongside former NHLer Landon Ferraro. Satyar Shah and Dan Riccio brought you the pregame show. Sat has been with Bick Nazar at the intermissions. And they'll be back for the Canucks Central postgame show, where they'll be joined by Ian McIntyre. Fast Eddie Gregory is producing the broadcast from Sportsnet 650 Control. Tonight, Josh Elliott-Wolf is with us here in the booth at Rogers Arena, doing an excellent job, as always. Cam Barra is the executive producer of Canucks Hockey and our fearless leader. It takes a cast of thousands to bring you the action here along the Sportsnet Radio Network. Canucks back to the puck in their own zone. Hughes Suter leaves near corner for Carson Soucy. Made a move away from McLaughlin in front of his own net and passed it for Mark Friedman. Friedman to center for Suter. Left wing for Höglander into the Boston zone. Fanned on a wrist shot, lost the puck. And McLaughlin flips it back out to center for Cole Koepke. Koepke, right wing, into the Canuck end. Tried a shot, blocked by Friedman. Bats it loose on the end boards for Soucy, and now to the near side for Niels Höglander. Höglander controlling in his own zone while the Canucks complete a change, leaves for Soucy. Carson Soucy, left wing for JT Miller to center. Gains the red line and dumps it in. Jordan Osterley back to the puck. Pressured by Miller and Besser, and Besser's got him free, or rather that's Garland left corner. Back to the line for Hughes. Shot tipped by Miller just wide, past the stick side of Swayman. Besser's got it on the right wing. To the point for Myers. Middle of the ice, Miller slaps it right circle to Besser. Threw it in front. Garland couldn't jam it home, top of the crease. Trying to pass back into the slot that's broken up and cleared by Justin Brazeau. Myers in his own end. Flips it near boards for Quinn Hughes. Hughes made a move around Kastelik to center, lost the puck. And it's dumped back in by Charlie Coyle. Coyle skates onto it on the right wing. Clears behind the net. Kastelik's pinned to the end boards by Myers, and Garland gets it free middle of the ice for Hughes. Quinn Hughes with speed to center. Gains the red line, passes left wing out of the reach of JT Miller into the Boston zone. McAvoy retreats to it, plays it far corner for Zadorov. He threw it up the wall for Coyle, who gets it off the boards and out to center. Brandstrom fires it quickly ahead for JT Miller. Left wing to the Boston line. Try to center a pass that deflected off a Bruin. and out of play with 6:45 left in the third, and Boston leading Vancouver 5-1. The lone Vancouver goal was the first NHL goal for Max Sasson, and you were telling us the story of your first career goal during the break, Landon.
I was saying, I'm like, as much as it's 5-1 here, you're like, it's tough to, for that to be your first. And I'm like, well, honestly, I think I'd still take that. Mine was in Carolina when I was playing with Detroit and beat Cam Ward on a wraparound in front of about 37 fans down in Raleigh. So there wasn't too much excitement going on, but man, there's no better feeling. It doesn't matter the circumstance. To get your first one in the NHL, it's something you've thought about forever. And to finally get it in, just amazing. Good for him.
And for Sasson, as an undrafted free agent, the Abbotsford Canucks Rookie of the Year last year, and continuing to grow his game, get the chance to make his NHL debut this season and now score his first career goal. He'll be pleased with that as the Bruins ice the puck, and the faceoff will come back in the Boston zone. 6:14 left in the third period. Sasson might be pleased. The Canucks won't be, though. They're down 5-1.
No, but it is amazing to see, as we were just saying, like, you need to get one in. Just give yourself something to feel good about. Since that goal's gone in by Sasson, the pace of play from the Canucks has gotten better. They're more confident moving into the offensive zone. They're starting to get some more zone time as well. They just need to keep pushing now.
Face-off one, came back to Hughes at the line, trying to shot. Pasternak blocked it out to center, and Sherwood leaves in his own zone for Freeman. Again to Sherwood. Now for Pettersson. High slot into the Boston zone. Passes left circle for DeBrusk. He'll take it to the corner as Pettersson continues to look off shooting opportunities in areas where he probably should release the puck to the net, and that was another one of them. As Hughes makes a beautiful move around Pasternak left wing. Passes near corner for Pettersson. Driving behind the Boston net. Try to centering pass. Intended for DeBrusk, but blocked, and Sherwood's after it near corner. Pinned to the boards in a battle with Pete. Pasternak gets it free, and he'll flip it high in the air to the Vancouver line. Mark Friedman will retreat to it. Both teams completing changes. Friedman has it in his own zone. And we'll pass to center. It's tipped off a stick into the Boston end. Brandon Carlo flips it the other way. Icing against the Bruins with 5:12 remaining in the third period, and Boston leading Vancouver 5-1.
As Friedman has the puck right in the slot of his own end, he's waiting for players to get back and get open for him. He ends up having three players all swing out to his left-hand side, so now they're stacked up on one side, but no one's on the right for another out. He tries to force it up the gut. It doesn't quite work and ends up over.
Puck out to center. Juleson at his own line, passes right wing for Joshua, tried to dump it in, but cleared it out of play instead. 5:03 left in the third. The Bruins lead the Canucks 5-1 on Alpine Credits Canucks Hockey on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Sprinkly, recon on the next target.
5 residents, 2 parents, 3 kids, all on the nice list. Ingress and egress via chimney, roof extraction.
Perfect. Let's roll.
Give the gift of sport this season at Siwash Sports. With their massive new location and educated staff, they've never been better equipped to help you find that perfect Christmas gift. The Fraser Valley Siwash Sports, 4th and Young Road in Chilliwack, online at siwashsports.ca.
Get out and play. siwashsports.ca.
Learn how to bet on sports with Play Now. New players get up to $250 in bonus bets at playnow.com/radio. Conditions apply. Must be 19 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Hi, I'm Ryan Cooper, owner of Power West Industries. For over 50 years, Power West has been the trusted name in generator rentals and sales across British Columbia. From standby to emergency power, we've kept BC's lights on through every challenge. Whether you need a generator for a small or a major project, our team has the expertise and experience to power through it. We offer top-tier service and a wide selection of new and used generators. Don't get caught in the dark when it matters most. Visit us at powerwest.ca today. We'll keep the lights on.
When you stroll up to London Drugs this holiday season, get ready to add some festive flair to your basket. So crank up that Christmas magic this year and head to London Drugs. We're made for the holidays.
Hey, this is Quinn Hughes.
Miller, high slot for Hughes with a wrist shot. He scores! Quinn Hughes throws it to the goal. It beats Sergei Bobrovsky.
And you're listening to Canucks Hockey on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
5:03 remaining in the third period tonight at Rogers Arena. The Bruins lead the Canucks 5-1, and the player of the game is brought to you by Waypoint Insurance. From business to home to auto to personal insurance, Waypoint has your back. Waypoint Insurance, together protecting what you love. Visit waypoint.ca. And this was an easy one to pick tonight, Landon, as David Pastrnak has a goal and 3 assists, and he is our player of the game for the Bruins. We'll talk about him more in a minute as the Canucks have it in the Boston zone. Soucy got a shot away top of the point. It was tipped wide of the net, and Miller controls right wing. Miller in the corner, protecting the puck from Zacha. Back to the line for Soucy. Took a long shot, blocked in front by Beecher. And the Bruins get it out to center. Mark Friedman will take it back into his own zone. Friedman across to Soucy, far corner. Watched by McLaughlin on the forecheck, rimmed it around to the near boards. Friedman had to hustle to beat Lindholm to the puck, and he got it to center for Connor Garland. Garland to the Boston line, dumps it in. Besser will pursue Lohrei on the forecheck. But it comes loose to Peak near corner, cleared it high around the boards. Brandstrom held in, tried a shot that was blocked by Lindholm out to center. And Myers at his own line feeds ahead for Besser. He'll tip it back into Boston territory. Mason Lohrei. Right wing for Andrew Peak at center, dumps it behind the Canuck net. At far side by Bluger, clears it around his own zone for the lone Canuck goal scorer, Max Sasson, who couldn't get it out past Brad Marchand on the near side. Zacha in the near corner. Spins away from Sasson, back to the line for Peak. Low shot, blocked by Brandstrom. Rebound in front, cleared by Myers to the far boards for Bluger, who's able to flip it high in the air into the Boston zone, and Sasson's onto it on the right wing. Max Sasson delaying on the boards, fights it down the wall for Danton Heinen. Heinen in the corner, gets some help from Bluger, but it bounces free to the side of the net for Andrew Peak. He'll get it to Mason Lohrei, who flips it down the ice. It deflected, but they're going to call it icing anyway. And we'll see if they overrule that decision and bring the face-off at center, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do with 3:21 left in the third, and the Bruins leading 5-1.
Yeah, a little bit of a late icing call there. Demko didn't quite know what was going to happen, if it was going to be an icing, if it's not, so he ends up going to play it, so they move it to center. Kind of like a little reset here.
Zacha wins the draw near side for Pastrnak. Rolls it in wide of the net of Demko. Julesen's chased behind the net by Geekie. Plays it to the backhand of Pedersen, who kicked that off his skate to his stick. Sent left wing for DeBrusk, who dumped it to the Boston line, where Kiefer Sherwood receives the pass and is hit hard by Jordan Osterley. Sherwood back to his feet after it on the forecheck, tried a centering pass, gave it away to Osterley. And he'll connect with Morgan Geekie at the red line. Back to Osterley up in the rush on the right side. Cross-checked into the boards by Hughes. That's a frustration penalty from the Vancouver captain, with an arm in the air immediately from the back referee, Kelly Sutherland, and the Bruins will get a power play with 2:49 left in the third, trailing the Canucks leading the Canucks 5-1, I should say.
Yeah, every year the league and the referee in charge, they always have a video that they show players with all the different penalties, showing what the standard's going to be. That Quinn Hughes cross-check might be as clear-cut of a cross-check you're ever going to see. He ends up just kind of giving him a little shove as Osterley's trying to corral the puck and turns his back, and Quinn Hughes gives that little push. So Canucks back to the penalty kill, which, with 2:50 left, there's not much really to go other than just try and have another good kill, try and build some momentum moving into next game.
Bruins 1 for 2 on the power play already tonight. But the top players for Boston are not out there on this power play, as Brazo feeds to Frederick in the slot, trying a shot blocked by Soucy, and Lohrei gets it right point for Charlie Coyle on the near boards. Coyle, side of the goal for Frederick, back to Coyle, again for Frederick, back to Coyle, top of the right circle. To Frederick down low, tipped the shot off the outside of the net. Soucy wins a battle down low. Looked like he was tripped up by Coyle, but plays allowed to continue. And Bluger's able to tip a puck out to center, where Morgan Geekie corrals it. Suter stumbled away from the puck, and Geekie drives back into the zone. Leaves for Coyle. At the right circle, through to the goal. Kicked out by Demko, and the rebound is swept to the line by Heinen, but held in by Lohrei. Mason Lohrei near point. Goes rink wide far side for Justin Brazo. Brazo to the inboards for Trent Frederick. Now to the near corner for Morgan Geekie. Up the wall for Charlie Coyle. Side of the net for Frederick. Back to Coyle. Right wing half boards. Throws a puck towards the goal. Heinen cleared it to the line, but right at Lohrei. Bruins keep it in. Charlie Coyle, right circle, threw it to the goal. Frederick tipped it wide into the near corner. Brazo wins a foot race with Soucy. Canuck penalty killers are tired here. with the Bruins hemming them in for more than a minute now, and Coyle's got it right circle. Try to pass side of the goal, tip to the corner by Sushi. Brazo on the inboards is dispossessed by Sushi, tried to clear it, hit Frederick in the skate, and bounce right back to Demko. He's got to cover it up for the whistle. 1:19 left in the game. The Bruins lead the Canucks 5-1.
Charlie Coyle possessed the puck for the majority of that power play in zone, and for a Boston team that's trying to find their stride as well, try and move up in the standings and find their game, he's a player that really needs to find his scoring. Last year was a career year for him, 25 goals, 35 assists for 60 points. And this far in the season, he's at 9 points with 7 goals. So it's been quite the drop-off. He's someone that really needs to step up for them here down the stretch.
Bruins still working it around on the power play. Zadorov left point. Plays into the far corner for McLaughlin. Tried a centering pass blocked by Juleson, and it goes over the glass and out of play. 1:05 left in the third. 16 seconds left in the Boston power play. The Bruins lead the Canucks 5-1. And let's take a moment here to talk about the man we selected as the player of the game, David Pastrnak.
Yeah, he's been controlling the puck and play pretty much every time he's been on the ice, and that's something that Boston fans are obviously very used to seeing. But tonight he's had the puck on a string with 3 assists, a nice goal on the wraparound. That's not an easy play to freeze the goalie, get all the way around, and get your hands above the goal line to be able to put it in. He's had a great game today.
Here's McLaughlin, right wing to the Vancouver line. Long shot stopped by Demko. Rebound for the left circle off the stick of Beecher was blocked by Juleson. And Bluger clears it back into the Boston end. Slow roller will not be ruled icing, and Zadorov takes it behind his own goal with 30 seconds left in this one. And some boo birds making themselves heard around Rogers Arena as this game draws to a close. Canucks had one of their best performances of the season a couple of nights ago. They beat the Panthers, but it's turned in the opposite direction tonight. As Sasson dumps it right corner, Höglander after it, lost it to Geekie, who skates left wing to center and dumps it in. The final few seconds will tick off the clock as the fans head for the exits, and the Vancouver Canucks drop a disappointing performance on home ice tonight, 5-1 at the hands of the Boston Bruins.
And disappointing would be the word of the night, I would say, Batch. And, that's just not how the Canucks, I guarantee, had this one planned out and drawn up on the board. They'll go back in. You sit in the room after a game like this, and you kind of just think to yourself, like, what just happened? That's not